Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of Embrace Your Uniqueness. This week, I was hit by a great quote from Aristotle. The quote is, "There's only one way to avoid criticism: to do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing."
We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for?
I want to thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. I want to thank you for all your support with my channel. If you could just take a moment, subscribe to this channel and like this video. It's a great way to keep updated on all the videos that I post. I usually post about once a week, and I would love to show YouTube that these videos matter. And I'm here to help you embrace your uniqueness, to share that gift inside of you, to allow yourself to go on the journey of personal development, to stick to it and see the progress and give yourself credit and know that you have an amazing amount of potential inside of you. And I know even by watching these videos, there's probably something inside of you that's saying, I want more. I want more control and direction in my life. And it's so important to know that you can have that. And you are the driver of your destiny. And this is so important for you to understand. And the reason why I started off with the quote from Aristotle is about because one of the main things that's going to drag you down is when, and it's probably already happened because it happens immediately in life, is that we start to allow the outside world to dictate what is possible for us and what we should and should not be doing and what we should and should not be wanting. And that just comes from the amount of negative energy, thoughts, and people in this world. And we have to understand that, yes, the world is both equal parts negative and positive. And I'm not subscribing to the idea that we should just wander around in this feel-good bubble. And it's important for you to understand that, because even the most successful people in this world understand that there's going to be hardships. There's going to be bad days. And there's going to be a lot of problems that we have to solve. But we need to also understand that a lot of what we create, this fog of negativity, is what we just allow and perceive to be the truth, when in reality what you're not doing is giving credit to the positive way of thinking things, that you are able to create solutions and that we're able to decide what we want in our surroundings, and we have control over the people and the influences that come in our world. And you also have control over your daily actions, and that's where it starts. What are you committing to? What have you decided to want? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to work for? Here's a quote from someone that I love listening to. His name's Sadhguru, and you can see he's got many videos out on YouTube, and he speaks to people all over the world, encouraging people to just connect with themselves. And I'm not going to speak for him, but I will bring up this quote, and it says, "Unfortunately, most people, especially spiritual ones, are making simple things complex." His life, my life, is about making complex things simple, because only by making things as simple as possible, they can be accessible. That's an amazing quote. And at first I love the idea about how he touches on that spiritual people or spiritual ones, groups, are making simple things complex, because I really believe this in my heart right now, that there is a lot of people in this world, and I myself fall into this category, that want some sense of want and hold value to living a spiritual life, but organized religions and organized thought of spiritual thought is getting so mixed up. But I like this quote because what I like about it is it's this idea that one thing that we're doing as humans, especially in this day and age with social media and constantly being connected and pulled in different directions through social media and through just living a globally connected world of always being on our phone and having emails always being able to get to us and phone calls and texts, and everything's just like constantly bombarding us, is we're creating a lot of complexity in what is pretty a simple thing, and that is What are you doing to achieve your goals? What are you doing to go towards what you want? And if you simplify what you want, and if you simplify what you're going for, and truly write it down, line it up, break down your goals and dreams, and just become that way. Like, do that. Don't try to have so much on your plate, because all that stuff is just drawing your energy, and it allows for a lot of negative voices to come creeping in. And negativity and discouragement love when you are tired and pulled thin. That is when it will creep into you so easily. And you have to remember, nobody around you truly gives a fuck if you succeed or not. It's just the truth. We are all living busy lives. We all have so much on our plate that truly everyone else cannot just be really worried about your success. You need to take that on your own. No one's going to come to your rescue, and you need to be your own hero, and you have to own that and understand that. And the best way you can start taking control of things is to live a more intelligent life. And that gets me to another quote by Sadhguru, which is, most people understand complexity as intelligence. If they make themselves difficult, they're supposed to be intelligent. Making a simple thing difficult is not intelligence. Making a very complex thing simple is intelligence. I love that quote too, because here we are. Again, it comes back to, like, what are you making so hard in your life? Are you taking your dreams and goals and adding a ton of factors in that don't really matter at the time? Say you want to change your job and you want a new career, but then as soon as you start thinking about that, you start adding into the idea of, oh, but what if I don't get a job? There's no jobs out there. People are telling me that everything's, available, but I might not be qualified for it. Or what if I apply and don't hear back, and I don't want to leave my job even though I don't like it, and I don't like my job. It drives me to the brink of sadness every day, but at least I get paid what I get paid, and maybe that's what I deserve. Wow, you're really making the idea of, is there another career that could make me happy? Or is there another place I can put my energy towards that would bring more happiness in my life? And should I seek that out? And instead, we've complexed it out. And also then you start getting other people's opinion. Oh, you want to leave your job? Who are you to leave your job? Are you sure? Don't leave your job unless you have a job. We always hear that one. And are they even going to pay you more? Or like, who are you to get a new job? All this stuff gets so complex in our life. And I think the core of this whole message today is, one, figure out what it is that you want to go after, and remember, allow yourself to make mistakes. You don't have to have it all answered. Like, when you start this race of life, when you go after your dreams and goals, don't carry the finish line with you. Go for the adventure, learn to make the mistakes, get up if you fall down, learn from all the failures that come your way, because you truly only fail if you stop. And just get to the finish line and make the commitment to yourself. I'm not going to stop daily until I get to my finish line. And that is when I will know that I made it to the right place. You are allowed to make wrong turns on this life trip. You are allowed to let people down. You are allowed to fail. And you are allowed to pick yourself back up and grow and get better and make changes and be a better version of yourself every single day. That is your honest truth. You are allowed to get better and learn. And it takes time, and it takes one place of major focus, and that's right in here. And as soon as you learn this valuable lesson that the war is not out here, it's not outside, the war is up here, the battle of your mind. What are you telling yourself? What are you doing? What are you reading? What are you working towards? And what are you willing to do to push yourself to get to your goals? That's where the secret lies. A lot of us sell ourselves short, and a lot of us give up before they get to the good stuff, because they're gonna feel that push and they're gonna feel that pressure back, because that's just the way it goes. And you have to be willing to break through things and push yourself and move towards your goals. And I'm telling you, this is embracing your uniqueness. This is self-love, self-understanding, self-acceptance, and that growth-minded mindset that you're going to need. You have to know this. You are your hero. And as soon as you decide every day that waking up is a gift and that it is an opportunity for you to go after your dreams and that you are worth it and you can get what you want. And as soon as you start finding the value in all this free content that is motivating and positive and inspiring, you can hold that and listen to it and start analyzing your life. Break down your life and look at yourself on paper if that's what you have to do, and figure out what is negative, what is useful, what is positive, what is not. And get rid of all the things that are just weighing you down, because you cannot carry all the weight and negativity and all the past mistakes with you as you move forward towards the top of this mountain. What are you carrying with you? Let it go. Walk freely and understand that you are moving towards what you want and that there is something inside of you that you need to share, a gift. The gift is something that you do well without even trying, something that is just so natural to you. And you have to understand, you might have that flickering feeling of it inside of you, but who's dampering it? Because I know for a fact that as soon as you announce your passion, it's almost like, oh, do you know that feeling where you get to like, oh my God, here I go. I'm going to say my passion and everyone's just going to drill into me about why that's not right or it shouldn't be my passion. And that makes no sense, but so many people will do it. And so we quietly speak our passions and we have these soft little voices. But I'm here to tell you, stand tall, speak your passions with confidence, and have the courage to go after it. Have the courage to put yourself out there as someone that's like, you know what? I'm going for it. Come hell or high water, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to do what I need to do. And if you are in my way, or if you decide that you don't think that that's right for me, and you want to be a negative person in this world, you will not be with me on my journey. And I'm willing to let you go. And that is important because so many people want misery around them. Misery loves company. Misery loves to see other people fail. Lots of hurt people because the more you can bring people down around you, the less accountable you have to be about your life. There's two ways to build the tallest building in the city. One, working to build and doing what it takes, learning how to construct, finding the people to help you, building the structure, believing that you can build the tallest structure, finding the right materials, creating the right design, paying attention to all the details it takes, and working your way up higher than any other building that's ever been built. The other way to build the biggest building in the world is build a building and then start tearing down every other building around you. And as soon as you've leveled all the ground around you and destroyed everybody else's dreams, then there you are with your tall building. But what you are, the tallest building in a shit destroyed land. And that's not what we want. So stop tearing people down. Stop trying to complex your life. Find ways to simplify your life. Find ways to hold yourself accountable. You're gonna love it. That's the other point about this. As soon as you are willing to take self-development seriously and personal development seriously, you're gonna start seeing the little excitements and joys of just reaching goals, hitting things where you wanted to hit, and feeling really strong about yourself because you start to feel like, wow, I can rely on myself. I am my own hero. So keep going out there. Thank you again for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like this video. Leave a comment on what you think and what you believe. Maybe leave a comment also of a quote that's been hitting you, driving you, pushing you. And once again, I encourage you, embrace your uniqueness. This is your life. This is your journey. You have a special gift inside that needs to be shared. Make it happen and have a great day.